Thanks, Simon. And you can see that final live tomorrow on ITV at 9 o'clock. My goodness, that should be worth watching, Nikki.
Oh, it's so exciting this afternoon. The standard is really, really high. I didn't think Fadeev would pull it off, because watching him in practice, he does all the jumps so well and he's so exciting, but this triple axel has been causing him problems. So it looks like, I wondered if he was going to put a different triple in, but he just went and did it, and it was like as if to say, I can do it on the day, and that's it.
Yeah, what about these gloves he was wearing? Because he wasn't wearing those in practice, was he?
No, he's taking a bit of a risk, because you know we've been talking a little bit about fashion. Well, the boys are not supposed to wear the sequins. They're not supposed to have sequins on costumes, but also he's got sequins on the end of his fingers, and he uses them to such great effect with the music. He really is doing something different here. He's looked so strong right the way through his practices, but this was just something extra, and that's the mark of a champion.
Do you think he's actually improved over the year?
Oh, I really do. I've never seen him skate as well as he skated today, and I noticed his definition of his muscles on his body are really, really strong, and he's lost some weight, and his jumps are very high. I've never seen anybody improve probably so much as he has in a single year.
Yeah, and very briefly, wouldn't you say that Petrobana has improved over the year markedly as well?
Terrific. He was the best artistically today, and his jumps are extremely high now. He's terrific.
Nikki, for the time being, thanks very much indeed. Well, I'm sad to say there's been some outrage, and Nikki alluded to it there, some outrage all over the barefaced cheek of the lovely Soviet dancer, Maya Usova. Her rivals saw red over a saucy little green number in the rumba. Here's our fashion correspondent, John Helm. I thought it was a fairly pleasant outfit. Now, Nikki, are you going to agree or disagree with your mother?
Well, the thing is, if the ISU lay down rules and they say you've got to wear decent costumes, they've not got to show their midriff, they've not got to show body stocking, and then somebody goes out and wears it and don't get marks deducted, why should anybody go with the rules? So why do they bother to make the rules? But it always comes that if the skater is good enough and they can just push the system a little bit farther, and they always seem to get away with it because the skating is so good. But really, it's not fair on the lower ones, but that's the way it's always been, and that's the way it seems to be staying.
So is anyone going to lodge an official objection, do you think? Will anything occur?
Well, who can? The skaters below could, right, or the coaches could, but then they risk the wrath of the judges in a way, and nobody will create a fuss about it, and it will just carry on as being one of those things.
Why is it, do you think, that the Soviets dare to do it? Because I would have thought of all people, they're the sort of people who would stick to the rules and not be outrageous, especially anything like that.
No. Sometimes you take that little bit of a risk and you do something a bit different. I think they wasted it to do it on the compulsory dance section. I think you should do it in the free dance section or the OSP section, but in the compulsories, there's no point in doing something that's daring, because it's not going to make that much difference. Too much of a risk as well. But, OK, the outfit's fine, but...
They're very fine.
You know, there you go.
But in the first place, do you think the powers that be were right to make a rule after Katarina Witt's outfit in the Calgary Olympics upset people so much?
Well, yes. I mean, Katarina actually fell out of her dress in one of the places in the short program.
There were some bad points as well, though, weren't there?
I mean, there were as well. So, I mean, I think they didn't want that to happen, and it didn't happen here, so maybe the rules are being adhered to.
Nikki, thanks very much indeed. Well, I'm sure that will rumble on and on.